Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am, excuse me, live and in living color. Let me grab some water just a second. Ooh, um, that is good. Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. Tammy is in the house. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. I know this is quite early. early. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get this meditation in early this morning. I'm gonna give it a few minutes, see if anyone comes in the room. We can always, you can come back and replay the live later today, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my meditation this morning live. We are up live, and during meditation we do quote some affirmations as well as the 23rd Psalm. Okay, and then we'll go into just a short little silent part of the meditation. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm giving it just a few moments more. Just a moment. Just a moment more. Give it a few minutes. And um, my fingers, my daughter did my nails, y'all. They are really short yet cute. And this one, these are done. But this one just broke off just a tad, the pinky. It broke in half. So I think they're lasting pretty good. They are really short and I love them. They're not so easy to break off. So we're gonna see how this goes. I get this one repaired today. I broke this one yesterday. Hit it on something. I'm not sure. But anyways, I don't have to go out and get my nails done anymore, my hair done anymore, or the makeup, because that other galley is into doing all of it. She's into doing hair. She's gonna do me some plaits. I remember when she was just like, how was she, 7 years old, and I let her do my hair, and I wore it. I wore it for like as long as it lasted. And then on one of my TikTok videos, she did my hair a few years later. And I wore that hairstyle for like a month. And then, so my daughter, she's really into her self, being creative. I love that in that aspect. I used to do hair and do my friend's hair, but I didn't use weave. I did the natural or permed hair, more than natural hair. And I didn't do nails, but she knows how to do nails. She has all kinds of stuff for doing nails, and it's not really too shabby. Not too shabby. So I really like them. They're really simple and cute. So, and then I'm gonna let her braid mine, put some plaits in my. I used to pay $200 just to get her, and I said, "Girl, he's been saving me 200. Your hair looks really, really well." So, mm, but yeah, she's really, really a really interesting human being. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started this morning with meditation. Meditation is just so awesome. I don't really have to explain it to those who know of it or who practices it. It's really, really awesome. You still do your prayer. Meditation is a form of prayer. It's a form of prayer, or it is a prayer. It depends on you, your mindset, how you look at it, what you think about it. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and do a short live meditation. I have not come across my timer yet, so I'm just going to keep going until I am finished. I think I have a good 20 to 30 minutes to do a meditation. So, yeah, I was just thanking the Most High God for goodness, mercy, loving kindness, for being so awesome and allowing me to be at this awesome stage in my life, this awesome stage in my journey, in my spiritual journey, because we are spiritual beings having an earthly experience, and it should be a really interesting one. And it should be a really good one. I I love my journey. I love my life, and I'm loving the fact that I'm not stuck as I was so many years ago with these and didn't know it. So I'm not stuck because of anybody doing any juju or crazy stuff, but stuck because of my own mindset. You know, sometimes you can be in a certain place in your life and wonder why nothing's really happening, nothing's really moving. But things are happening and moving all the time. But if you have a mindset that won't allow you to really evolve and grow and again, then to you, you're stuck, you know. So I'm just so thankful for expansion and consciousness, for being able to stretch out mentally, physically, and spiritually. You know, being a person who seeks truth. If you seek, you're going to find. You seek truth, you're going to find truth. If you're not seeking truth, you're not going to find it. You're going to find just what you're looking for. You know, so at all times, if you're a person who is um, looking and searching, right? If it's something you're searching for, you don't stop, because you will find it. You know, you'll find it or it'll find you at the time that it's supposed to. So keep living your life. Don't stop being inquisitive, um, and searching for the truth, because we have a lot of deception going on in this in this world. You know, there's so much deception, and if it's truth you're looking for, stay hungry for it, and it'll reveal itself. Truth are only hidden to those that don't want to see it. So if you are a truth seeker, you'll experience truth after truth after truth. Good morning, Alphabet. Hi, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, good morning. So, and it's just when that truth is revealed to you, whether you're open to receiving it or not, it's revealed to you. If you're seeking for truth, and you may sit down and think, oh, I remember this happened 5 years ago, very, very similar. That could have been a case where truth was trying to actually come into your awareness. But if you're not open to the truth, then it'll bypass you and come back around. Um, Hopefully, I know from experience, the truth it'll come back around, and hopefully you'll be in an aware state where you can notice it. I and a lot of times, we look for truth to be so loud, and a lot of times it's not really loud, but it will get louder and louder, I think, as each turn that you miss and it comes back around. But most of the time, truth is not loud. You just have to be attentive. Be attentive to it when it comes into your arena, per se, in your experience. So there is, I remember when I was younger, I was so much searching for so much truth, because I really do believe you come into the experience knowing many truths. And then we're taught a lot of things that are contrary to that. And tend to forget about the truth that we know. And then it starts resurfacing, okay? I'm not talking about truths that sometimes, yeah, depending on what experiences you've had, when it resurfaces, if you suppress them, sometimes they will um, bring hurt per se to remember them. But in those instances, they're coming back to reveal you the real truth in those situations, so that you can receive your healing and your deliverance. Well, a lot of times, some people miss that. Well, hopefully, in our experiences and our spiritual journey, we don't. Sorry, keep missing them. But I am so grateful and so truthful, because with me, a lot of my struggles, and I'm sure with many young people, is identity, discovering basically your true identity and who you are. I dealt with identity a lot when I was much younger, much younger, much younger, but I have an awesome amount of clarity today. I don't have a doubt about who I am or whose I am. I am so certain and so sure, of who I am, and steadily, excuse me, evolving and developing spiritually. So I am just so grateful and so thankful of life lessons, and being open to receive everything, even classes I took in college. And I remember I used to sit and tell my mom, because I thought maybe, I'm like, is there something she knows that she needs to tell me? I remember I was telling her some things. I was like, some classes I was taking, and blase, blase, blase. But anywho, your spiritual journey is your spiritual journey. And if you're looking for truth and healing, and then some people will say deliverance, then it's there for you. It's there. It's your birthright. It's your birthright, because you'll be surprised at the things that hinders you that really have no power. You'll be surprised of the things that have you bound, that really have no power. You'll be surprised of only the power that you give them because of your lack of knowledge or your lack of awareness. And I'm just so thankful, for my experiences, my growth, my growing. And when they said, you ever heard of the saying, growing pains? That is true, not just in your physical, in this physical aspect of you, but mentally and spiritually, it is true. Once you are moving past a certain perimeters that have been set for you or that you set for yourself, and once you stretch beyond that, it comes with pain, because I think sometimes we want to hold on to what's familiar, we want to hold on to what's comfortable, or we want to hold on to what we've always known. So to stretch beyond certain perimeters or stretch beyond certain um, certain belief systems, it can go, different areas that sometimes it's painful. So growing pains, yes, it can occur even in the non-physical. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and get started with meditation. This won't take long because I really don't have long. Hopefully, we'll stay no more than um, 30, maybe about 30 minutes. I gotta put my blanket over my legs. Hold on. This one, but yeah, this is a little small one. But yeah, so life is good. Some people, they, some people, sometimes when you're getting this nudge to grow spiritually so that you can expand in consciousness, awareness, because once your attention and consciousness occurs, then your life experiences are different. Especially when you recognize and you're very aware that you are a spiritual being having an earthly experience, you begin to lean more toward the spiritual side of yourself. You become more curious to the spiritual side of things, not to be spooky or spooked out. I'm not speaking of that aspect, because you have to know how to maneuver and get around in the earthly realm as well. But a lot of times, people have mastered that. Even in putting on different masks, how to be around this person, how to be around that person, how to be in that group, and how to be in that group. You've mastered sometime of putting on a different mask of who to be. Even though the ones who says, "Oh, I'm just me everywhere I go," sometimes those people, that's a mask that they put on to be able to survive this realm. So, but I am not here to judge, and saying that is a bad thing, but not here to judge, but sometimes facing the truth of who you are, facing the truth of your path, your identity is quite a challenge, you know. So it's give me a challenge to take off the mask and to be your true self. Because to be your true self is to be vulnerable. To really be your true self is to allow yourself to be vulnerable. And pity on those who take that as a weakness if they try to abuse or take advantage of that vulnerability. But once you um, start to really grow spiritually, that you'll see just how vulnerable you allow yourself to be. Because for one thing, you want to be able to allow those around you to be able to be free to grow, to be free to be themselves. You know, because there's so much pretension in this world that people are longing to just be free, to just be who they really are. And when you are your authentic self, then you allow others that freedom to just be who they are. You know, and in that, you become a healer, you become a teacher, because there's a healing that occurs in those type of environments when you just giving up that desire, that urge, or just saying you have to be, put on this mask, put on that mask, you know, so that you can be accepted or you can be seen as this or that. But when you allow yourself to be vulnerable and just to be yourself, then you allow others that space to be themselves. And then out of it comes freedom, comes healing, comes deliverance. So we're going to go ahead and get into meditation. I love this part, and y'all know how it goes. So we're gonna do some. We're gonna do some. You know how it goes. I'm gonna leave the light up a little bit. I think I dimmed it somewhat, so it's not as bright as it can be. But you can assume the position. I am sitting like Indian style, you know, Indian style per se. And depending on your age, you might stiff up. Like me, I've started to get stiff because these legs are old, okay? But if I'm doing long periods of meditation, sometimes I'll get up and stretch them out and get back in, okay? That is being vulnerable and the truth. Okay, so I am, and some people may not even be able to sit like this at all. Sit with your legs. Sometimes I meditate with my legs just like this and have my hands like this, which is really, really good. So either one you can do or just sit. Sometimes I won't even cross my legs and just sit like so. It's up to you. But whatever you do, once you start doing your meditation, your affirmations, you're going to see the benefits. And once you get those benefits, you're not going to stop, okay? So, what I do is focus on the breath, taking a deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. I should have got another bottle of water. I think I'm out. I don't have any on the table by the bed. I usually keep a couple bottles in here. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. The whole time, even when I'm talking, I'm thinking about the breath. And that's what I'm doing, focusing on the breath. After you do this, you'll feel yourself get more and more relaxed. After about 3 to 5 minutes, you'll feel yourself go into this meditative state. Sometimes it doesn't even take me that long anymore. You'll see your thoughts will tend to calm. And once you feel yourself get into that meditative state, that's when you can go into your prayer, your psalm, or your affirmation, which makes them more effective. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. Making sure your shoulders are relaxed, your jaws are not clenched, your facial muscles are relaxed. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. Taking a deep breath in, then slowly out through the mouth. 23rd Psalm, and then go into affirmations, and then go back into just a quiet part of the meditation. Through it all, still focusing on your breath. Because the Lord is my shepherd, I always have everything that I need. And making me to lie down beautiful pastures. He leadeth me beside the calm, still, peaceful waters. He restoreth my soul, my mind, my will, and my emotions. He leadeth me down the paths of righteousness for your name's sake. Yea, I walk through the valley of the shadows of death. I, I fear no evil, because I know without a shadow of a doubt that you are with me. Your rod and your staff comforts me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy follows me all the days of my life. It's a joy, it's an honor, it's a privilege to dwell in your presence forever. Amen. And so it is. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. And I'm making sure your body is still relaxed. You want to start your affirmations with I am or I feel. And I do a mixture of both. And yet still focusing on your breath. Okay, I am loved. I am adored. I am divinely guided. My steps are ordered. I am divinely protected. I have a shield of protection around me. And my angels are all encamped about me. I am divinely loved. I feel love. I feel loved. I feel cherished. I feel adored. I feel divinely protected. I feel divinely provided for. Things are always working out for me. I am creative. I am very creative. And I feel creative. I am very powerful. And I feel powerful. I love being me. It's an honor, it's a joy, and it is a delight to be me. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole. And I am complete. letting go of what no longer serves us. Doubt, letting go of unbelief. I let go of sabotaging thoughts and behaviors. Let it go, let it go. Let go of any unforgiveness. Let it go. Letting go of any self-sabotaging behaviors and thoughts. Letting it go and taking in all of the good that we desire. Taking all the love, all the abundance. Taking in joy, taking in health, healthy relationships, healthy love. And letting go of what no longer serves us. Right, coming out of meditation, you're gonna wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can take your feet like in a circular motion, if you can see mine. And hear that. And do the same thing with your feet. And that is going to, that's it for this meditation, y'all. It went a lot longer than, I don't know. I hope it's just all reconnected. I hope I didn't lose you all. I don't know if I connected to the house Wi-Fi or not. But anyways, y'all, peace and beautiful blessings. Thank you for tuning in to this channel. And thank you in advance to those who are coming back to watch the replay. That is it for meditation today. Know that you are blessed and prepared for your day. Okay, and remember to be good to yourselves, to love, 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 love on yourself. Because if you're not good to you, nobody else is going to be any better to you than you are to yourself. You deserve that good love, and you know that you have the good love. So be good to you. And remember to do what we just did, to take the time out to be still, to get into the presence of the Divine Most High, so that you can get those downloads and impartations that are specific and tailor-made just for you. Okay, so that you can begin to experience an even more elevated living today. Today. All right, y'all, go out and have an awesome day. Today is Tuesday, a wonderful Tuesday. All right, y'all, peace and beautiful blessings. Until next time, bye.